And we begin in Ukraine, where Western officials are warning that a large Russian convoy is rolling towards the eastern Ukrainian city of Izium with artillery, aviation and infantry support. It's part of a redeployment of troops for a fresh offensive in the Donbass as Moscow shifts its focus eastwards, this after failing to capture the capital, Kyiv. It also comes as the Ukrainian president says the Kremlin could resort to using chemical weapons. Now, in the meantime, Australia has joined the UK in saying it's working to verify reports of Russian forces already using chemical weapons in Mariupol. Let's cross now to our chief foreign editor, Rob Parsons, who's in Kyiv. Rob, what more do we know at this point about the Russian offensive in the east?
Well, it's been building up for the last few days. You referred to that column moving towards Izium. Izium was captured by the Russians about a week or so ago. It's to the southeast of the big city of Kharkiv, which is still being attacked by the Russians, and just to the northwest of the strategically important town of Slavyansk in Donbass, which is expected to be the target of a major Russian offensive in the days ahead. Now, so far, those Russian troops in Izium have made little or no progress in their efforts to move south towards that town of Slavyansk. But the idea of that column will be to reinforce the Russian army in Izium, to build it up to the point where it has sufficient force, perhaps, to make progress towards the Ukrainian positions. So far, though, no signs that they've been able to do so. The Ukrainians say they've killed as many as 20,000 Russian troops in the fighting over the last 6 weeks. The morale in the Ukrainian army is very high. They're well dug in the area around Donbass. Morale is not high among Russian troops. They've taken a severe mauling in the area north of Kiev and elsewhere. And one of the big questions will be, are the Russians in a position to be able to reinforce their positions in the east of the country, in Donbass, where they hope to launch that offensive, with sufficient numbers of combat-ready men whose morale hasn't been shattered by the fighting? And will they have enough of the military infrastructure to back that up? That's the big question at the moment. I listened yesterday to a spokesperson from the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense. He sounded confident that they were ready to repulse the Russian attack.
And this is happening, Rob, as Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is warning of the use of chemical weapons by Russian troops.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. This refers primarily, it seems at the moment, to the city of Mariupol, which has been conducting a defense against Russian forces for over 6 weeks now. There was a report on Monday that came from the Ukrainian defenders of the city that a drone had dropped chemical weapons on them. It's not clear how much substance there is in this claim, given the fact that it's almost impossible to verify without being able to go on the ground to Mariupol. At the moment, it's absolutely impossible to get into the city. There have also been reports that it may have been phosphorus bombs used in the attack on the city of Mariupol as well. But President Zelensky is saying too that there have been reports in some Russian propaganda sources that they are intending to use chemical weapons against the Ukrainians in the fighting throughout the east of the country. Again, I mean, he's not saying it's happened. He's saying that those reports exist, that the Ukrainians are on the alert, and of course they will welcome any assistance from the UK or Australia and elsewhere to check into reports, if they occur, that the Russians are indeed using chemical weapons.
Rob Parsons reporting there from Kyiv. Thank you. And Russian President